Back with us this hour to discuss some of the day's more interesting stories. And Richard, a new study suggests that Toronto is among some of the so-called smartest cities in the world.
Yeah, we're pretty smart, I guess, when we have to be, Erica. And a new ranking has pegged Toronto now as the 12th smartest city in the world. They actually looked at 50 cities with a population of more than 3 million. This is the Cities of the Future Index, and Toronto ranked as the 12th smartest in the world. London, UK was number one, followed by New York and San Francisco. The only other Canadian city to make the smart list was Montreal at 18. They looked at all sorts of things to come up with this, like the prevalence of technology and the prevalence of education facilities and whatnot.
Right.
Erica, you're a Torontonian. I consider you to be quite smart. I have two Toronto-related trivia questions. Let's see how close you can get them.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
How many streets do you think Toronto has?
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
9,520 streets, Erica.
Wow.
What percentage of Canada's population lives within 160 kilometers of Toronto?
Lives within 160 kilometers of Toronto. 60%.
Almost 25%, which is still pretty big, Erica.
Okay.
Erica, you're dragging down the average here. Come on.
Pop quiz. I was never good at that. Okay. McDonald's has over 30,000 restaurants worldwide, but there's only one of them with a drive-through for boats.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of drive-through for cars, but check this one out. This is the only paddle-through McDonald's in the world. It's in Hamburg, Germany, on the Elbe River. And this has actually been open for a while, apparently. You order on your phone if you're there in your kayak, and the workers take the order down a few steps to your boat, and Bob's your uncle. You can eat your Big Mac while you're paddling. This might be enough, Erica, to get me on a paddle boat. I never really had much of an inkling to do kayaking, but this might be enough to get me out there.
I wonder how many people on paddle boats have had an inkling for McDonald's and thought, I wish there was a drive-through around, or a boat-through around here. Paddle-through, I guess you would call it. Okay. Finally, meanwhile, the future King of England is urging billionaires across the globe to rethink how they spend their money.
Yes, indeed. Prince William was out today. And usually these, the royals, they don't usually take too many political opinions. Well, that wasn't the case today. Prince William may have taken a swipe at the billionaires embroiled in the space tourism race, your Richard Bransons, your Jeff Bezoses. Prince William said the world's greatest brains should instead be focusing on solving the environmental problems plaguing Earth. In a BBC interview this morning, the Duke of Cambridge warned of what he called, quote, a rise in climate anxiety among young people around the world whose, quote, futures are basically being threatened by the climate crisis. William said, quote, we need some of the world's greatest brains and minds fixated on trying to repair the planet, not trying to find the next place to go and live. I think he certainly has a point there, Erica. I wish we could do both, right? Fix the climate crisis and check out outer space. But yeah, he might have a point there.
Interesting that he's adding his voice to that, because there was a lot of criticism about where they should be investing their money, right? All right.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Thanks, Richard, so much. And we'll see you again tomorrow, of course.
See you tomorrow, Erica.